Hey everyone, and welcome to our preview of tonight's EFL Cup quarter-final clash between Manchester City and Brentford at the Etihad Stadium. Before we get going, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell here at Dugout Daily, as well as checking out my F1 channel, Hit the Apex, and follow me on X at MCFC Hibs. And let's get going. This All-Premier League tie kicks off at 7:30pm UK time on Wednesday with a spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. It's the first of three top-flight showdowns in the quarter-finals, and Manchester City enter as strong favourites. Manchester City come into this one in excellent form as we've won our last 5 matches across all competitions, as our most recent outing was a commanding 3-0 Premier League win away at Crystal Palace on Sunday, where Erling Haaland and Phil Foden were clinical in front of goal. Brentford, meanwhile, are winless in their last 3 Premier League games as they had a 1-1 draw at home to newly promoted Leeds United on Sunday, and on their way to the quarter-final, they've knocked out Bournemouth, Aston Villa and Grimsby Town. Historically, Manchester City hold the edge in this fixture as we're unbeaten in the last 5 meetings with Brentford, as we had a 1-0 Premier League win in October, courtesy of Haaland. In these head-to-head matches, it shows City's recent dominance with 4 wins and a draw, with that draw being 2-2 in January. For Manchester City, Pep Guardiola has confirmed heavy rotation due to a congested schedule and injuries to key players like Jeremy Doku, who is out with a leg injury for 2 to 3 weeks. John Stones has a thigh injury, Rodri has a hamstring injury, and Mateo Kovacic has an ankle injury, as well as Omar Mamouche and Ryan Aït-Nouri are away on African Cup of Nations duty. James Trafford is set to start in goal with opportunities for fringe players. I predict 6 changes from the 3-0 win at Crystal Palace on Sunday and the 4-2-3-1 with Trafford in goal for Donnarumma, a back 4 of Lewis, who is in for Nunes, Kushinov, who's in for Diaz, Ake, who's in for Vardiol, and O'Reilly, who keeps his place. I expect Reinders and Silva to play deeper, with Bob in for Shirky on the right, Savinho in on the left, and Foden to keep his place behind Haaland. Pep Guardiola's approach to squad rotation has long been a hallmark of his managerial success, as it allows Manchester City to compete on multiple fronts while minimising fatigue and injury risks. In the EFL Cup, Guardiola often treats early rounds as opportunities to fringe and academy players, but even in the quarter-finals like this one against Brentford, he prioritises squad management with a packed December schedule that includes a Premier League clash with West Ham on Saturday. As confirmed in his pre-match press conference, Guardiola plans changes as he emphasises the need to rest overplayed players like Nico Gonzalez, who has started the last 11 games, in which City have won 9, due to injuries to Rodri and Kovacic. This balances progression in the Cup, where City haven't reached the semi-finals since 2021, with preserving energy for higher priority competitions like the Premier League and Champions League. By starting second-choice keeper James Trafford and incorporating youth prospects, Guardiola not only rests key defenders like Ruben Diaz and Josko Vardiol, but also rewards players who advanced City through earlier rounds against Huddersfield and Swansea. However, this Pep roulette carries risks, as heavy rotation could lead to a tighter contest and potentially force penalties or even a Brentford win if they capitalised on a less cohesive lineup. Ultimately, Guardiola's philosophy shows he relies on City's depth to advance without overexerting the first 11. Erling Haaland is one of the most reliable penalty takers in modern football, with a career conversion rate of approximately 83%, having scored 52 out of 62 penalties taken for both club and country. His power, composure and preference for powerful strikes into the corners have made him City's designated spot kick specialist. He has an 85% success rate in the Premier League with 17 out of 20. In the Champions League, he has an 81.8% conversion rate with 9 scored out of 11, and he scored 11 out of 11 in his final season for Dortmund for club and country. In his senior career, Haaland was nearly flawless in early stints at Molde and RB Salzburg, and he maintained a high success rate at Borussia Dortmund. At Manchester City, his record remains strong with many crucial moments, including a decisive penalty against Real Madrid in the Champions League last week and a late one in the 3-0 win at Crystal Palace on Sunday. However, he's had occasional misses like a save by Jordan Pickford in December 2024 and a few others, and this shows that even elite takers can be vulnerable. His mentality and technique make him a huge threat, and if City win a penalty tonight, Haaland is overwhelming favourite to take. The Norwegian striker is City's primary goal threat and is expected to feature in the rotated lineup. With 17 Premier League goals this season, his clinical finishing has been key. James Trafford will start in goal as part of Guardiola's rotation, as he will be eager to impress with senior options rested, and he'll be crucial in maintaining City's defensive stability. Savinho will provide fresh legs in attack and is likely to start. His pace and dribbling could exploit Brentford's flanks in this rotated setup. Tierney Reinders is expected to anchor the midfield in a double pivot, as the new signing will bring energy in and control and will step up to cover the injuries and to provide stability. Brentford welcome back Kevin Schade from suspension, but face absences with Dango Ouattara and Frank Onyeka on AFCON duty, as well as injuries to Josh Da Silva, Anthony Malambo, Fabio Carvalho and Reece Nelson. Keith Andrews is likely to field a strong side with Cleven Kelleher in goal and Igor Thiago leading the line. I predict 4 changes from the 1-1 draw at home to Leeds on Sunday, with Kelleher in goal, a back 4 of Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg and Henry, who is in for Hickey at left back, Henderson and Yarmoliuk, who is in for Janelt in front of the back 4, with Schade on the right, who's in for Ouattara, Lewis Potter on the left, and Damsgaard, who is in for Jensen behind Thiago. Keith Andrews succeeded Thomas Frank as head coach in the summer and has overseen a tactical evolution at Brentford which builds on the club's established principles while adding his own stamp in defensive organisation and counter-attacking intent. Out of possession, Andrews favours an aggressive pressing style that locks off one side of the pitch on goal kicks and forces opponents long or into traps, while staying compact and blocking central areas to disrupt build-up play. This has helped reduce shots conceded and improve defensive solidity, with Brentford adapting shapes fluidly as they often shift between a 5-3-2, 5-4-1 or 4-4-2. In attack, the Bees excelled on the counter with fast breaks more than doubling under Andrews compared to Frank, and they've become more ruthless in transition as they score quickly from turnovers. Set pieces remain a strength, as Andrews' background at Brentford is of course a set piece coach, and that shines through in strong defending as well as strong attacking set piece wise. This is shown by the fact they've conceded the fewest corner goals in previous seasons, and they've excelled from the long throw-ins from Michael Coyote. While Brentford possessed less of the ball than under Frank, their directness, physicality and threat from players like Igor Thiago make them awkward opponents. Andrew's philosophy emphasises intensity, adaptability and man management to keep the team competitive against elite sides. Brentford's attack revolves around Igor Thiago, who has been in outstanding form throughout the season. The Brazilian striker sits second in the Premier League scoring charts with 11, as he trails only 17 goalman Erling Haaland after a breakout campaign following an injury-hit debut season. His November was particularly explosive with 5 goals across 4 games to earn him Brentford's first Player of the Month award, as he scored decisive braces against Newcastle and Burnley. He's also the fastest Brentford player to reach double-digit Premier League goals, with his 10th goal in his 13th match. Thiago's penalty record stands out as a key weapon, as he's taken 6 spot kicks this season and has coolly converted 5 to lead the league in terms of penalty goals. His composure from 12 yards has delivered vital points with game-changing penalties against Newcastle and Burnley. He's clinical in open play with a high conversion rate and strong hold-up play. He thrives on transitions and service from wide areas, even though he's got quieter in recent weeks. His physical presence and finishing make him Brentford's biggest threat. If Andrews' counter-attacking setup earns a penalty or a quick break at the Etihad, he is the man most likely to punish City's rotated back line. The striker will lead the line and has been a key goal scorer for Brentford, as his finishing could pose problems if Brentford counter effectively. Kevin Schade is back from suspension, and the German adds pace and threat on the wings and is likely to start and challenge City's defence. Caoimhin Kelleher is likely to start in goal to bring experience and shot-stopping ability to keep Brentford competitive against City's attacks. While the EFL Cup holds greater significance for Brentford in their hunt for a first major trophy, City's depth means our second-string team can still be competitive. The Sky Blues' winning run and home record of 9 wins in our last 10 makes us overwhelming favourites. I expect City to progress comfortably and win 3-1, thanks to our attacking quality and defensive solidity, even with rotation. That's all from us for now. Drop your predictions in the comments and make sure to like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell here at Dugout Daily, as well as checking out my F1 channel, Hit the Apex, and follow me on X at MCFC Hibs. Thanks for watching and hopefully enjoy the game. Cheers, guys.